Welcome back to the Madness, friends. Today we talk about multiple legends as opposed to one because, hey, the more the merrier. So, let's get into the countdown. Today's topic, 5 legendary creatures you likely never heard of. Bachelor number 1, could you please step up? Bachelor number 1, could you please step back? Arriving from the Yucatan Peninsula, Huaychivo is a shape-shifting witch goat hailing from Mayan legend. According to mythology specifically, the Huaychivo is a sorcerer with the ability to transform due to having sold his soul to Kisan, or the devil. But don't worry, selling your soul to Kisan is simple. You just have to perform a dark ritual and speak a series of rites. These sorcerous creatures are known to feed on livestock, but unfortunately do also cause injury to humans. But by injure, I don't mean they eat people. No. In an encounter with Huaychivo, you are best to look away from the creature. If you look away, the only purported effect is a cool chill down your spine and a temporary foul odor. If you look at Huaychivo and hold its gaze, a terrible spell will befall you, and you will probably die. Also, something to note, encounter stories among the Yucatan community are alarmingly numerous, or appear to be. But do not fret, Huaychivo only appears on darkest nights where silence reigns. So just, avoid those. Subject number 2 is a powerful vampire-like hag born of Cantabrian legend known as Guajana, and also as Lumia. The appearance of this breed of hag is surprisingly specific and includes a disfigured woman dressed in a long dark robe, gnarled bird-like legs, and a single razor-sharp tooth. This single tooth is actually retractable so she can relax her mouth outside of hunting. In attacking prey, her tooth extends down to her chin, and with it she pierces the flesh and drinks the blood of young children! Guajana only hunts and travels at night, much like Huaychivo. During the day, Guajana sleeps. And although not confirmed, it is presumed that Guajana sleeps underground. At night, as stated earlier, Bachelor number 2 rises out of her den. In most stories, Guajana sneaks silently into homes and slurps quietly on sleeping children. How she silently sneaks in is unknown, but she never kills her victims, just drains them into a sickly state. And in times of hardship, which do come with the diet of children, the Guajana is known to hunt adults, but only if that is the last option. Third on the list is a very ominous and ferocious beast of Inuit legend, the Auklet. The Auklet is a shape-shifting orca wolf inhabiting the coastlines of the Bering Strait. Something to note, it's hard to track exact origins for this one, since Inuit tradition is more oral-based than written. The Auklet is a very opportunistic creature in that it would happily take out easy prey. Someone fallen over, someone injured, someone taking a nap. And if push comes to shove, the Auklet is armored with a furious appetite. So, bon appetit. Now, what would push an orca to sprout legs and hunt on land? There are several possible explanations for that, my friend. When prey population in the water shrinks, the Auklet is forced to land. Specifically, the excessive hunting of certain seals and marine life could have pushed auklets to need to be able to hunt on land. There is a tale of a man who grew so obsessed with the sea that he was banned from his village and effectively forced out into the water. There he began to change into an auklet. Thus, he only returns to land to exact revenge on remaining Inuit tribespeople. That although the auklet is always described as either fully wolf or fully orca, most depictions portray a creature mid-transition, one that is both orca and wolf at once. Now, if you thought contender number 3 was peculiar, you're going to love Mr. 4. Introducing Igamuksa, man-eating humanoids with eyeballs on the bottoms of their feet as told by African legend. This creature is actually specifically from Khoikhoi mythology, a group of hunter-gatherers inhabiting southwestern Africa who were quote-unquote discovered by the first European explorers of Africa. Igamuksa wander pretty aimlessly for the most part through the Kalahari Desert until they stumble upon prey. Now, if the thought of eyeballs in the soles of feet isn't strange enough, these creatures average at more than 9 feet tall and weigh in at a usual 550 pounds. That, alongside super sharp teeth, make the Igamuksa an especially fierce predator, if they can catch you. Thanks to their main line of sight being on the bottom of their feet, which they use to travel, these creatures don't have the best chasing abilities. They have to stand on their heads and survey the land with their feet every now and then to make sure they're moving in the right direction. So just run like hell, and you'll be fine. And finally, we are to the final and most legendary creature of our adventure. But before I unveil who that is, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for new videos every week. And if you enjoy this series, please let me know. I will be pushing so many more episodes if I just get some feedback from y'all, so please let me know! Now, on to Bachelor number 5. Hungry Grass! Yes, ladies and gents and everyone else, it took me only a couple seconds to access hundreds of photos of this cryptid. But before you click out, hear me out, because this is a real Irish legend. Hungry Grass is said to be indiscernible from a regular patch of fresh green grass. However, this patch of grass is very, very cursed. In fact, should you step onto it, you could face the following symptoms. 1. A deeply insatiable hunger. 2. Sleepiness. 3. The high possibility of fainting. So now comes the $100 question. Why? How and why are these patches of insane grass created? Instead of a single concrete answer, there are various possibilities, unfortunately. To name a few: 1. They are created when someone dies violently. 2. Or they are created when someone starves to death. 3. Could also possibly be the angered victims of the Irish famine. Or 4. It could be a mighty curse from fairies for a crime that apparently was frequently committed by humans, and still is, which is the blocking of private fairy-built trails. Now, the very physical and probably actual basis behind the legend is rather simple. Hungry Grass is more likely just an attempt by Irish citizens to rationalize people fainting all the time during the famine. Because I guess at the time they didn't realize eating too little can equal death. Or maybe because ignorance is bliss, right? But unfortunately, that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please share if you care, and sound off in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. Good night!